Good morning, everybody. It is Brooke from the Junk Parlor, and it's Thursday. That means we're thrifting, but it's raining, so that means it's not going to be as fun. Brooke's going to be a very picky buyer today. We are looking for maybe some brass and copper pieces. I'm looking for a bookcase for my closet still. I'm still kind of keeping my eye out for some kind of cabinet to go between the dining room and the living room. Looking for some storage containers that my daughter can use that are glass. And otherwise, I would say I'm mainly just looking for some cool, unique pieces. But I'm also going to be a good buyer, because just because something is cheap or because I know I can easily sell something does not mean that I need to buy it. So we'll see how that goes. I also want to just vent for a second because it's raining, so I have my boots on and they are feeling super short, like my big toe is rubbing on them. And I feel like maybe my feet have flattened here recently. Does that happen with hormones? Because I also had some Hey Dudes on the other day and my toes were rubbing on those. So not excited. And my tennis shoes that I normally wear, my daughter threw them away because they were sitting by the trash can. Mind you, we had just gotten back from Hawaii. I wore them hiking and I had them sitting out in the garage by the trash can so that I could clean them. The girl never throws anything away. And then today, or that day, she decides, oh, Mom set these shoes kind of by the trash can, so maybe I need to throw them away for her. Oh boy. Have you ever seen a table like this? I've actually sold one before. It's like a metal fold-up table, and then you can kind of see the artwork on each side is a little bit different. It has a handle, so it's easy to carry and transport, but these are pretty popular, and you can magnet things to them. You could even just hang it on the wall because it is pretty lightweight. Do you see what else I spotted? It is a wood holder or stand for wash basins. This piece is ginormous. It's been here for a couple of weeks, but I just love it. I must be the only one since it's still here, but it has the lion heads. It has a lid, the big bowl. So I could put a plant in that if I took the lid off. I could take the bowl out and use the, what do you even call it? The place where the little chafing dish goes, the fire. You could take that whole bowl out and just use that as a stand. I mean, I see so much potential. If you can buy patterns, especially in bulk, like at an estate sale or a garage sale, they work just like tissue paper. So if you're giving a gift, you can use pattern paper. If you are putting something in a bag at a store that a customer purchased, you can use pattern paper. So just kind of another idea for you. It is still raining. So at Thrifty Flea, I ended up having some success, got a few things that I'll show you when I get home. Then I went to St. Vincent de Paul, my favorite one. Did not find anything that time. I decided to go to Collectamania next instead of going to DAV because I really needed to go to the bathroom, and I will use Collectamania's bathroom. So I went there, and then turns out Sheila, who I picked off of a couple times, was there. And I'll link those videos up here for you to watch, or one of them. I can put the others down in the description. But I overheard her telling them that she's closing her booth. So I am super sad about that because I almost always buy something from Sheila's booth. So that's a bummer. And I bought 0 things at Collectamania, which, if you're new to the channel, it's basically an old bowling alley. So it's ginormous with lots of dealers, basically an indoor flea market. So some old, some new, some things I like, some junk, you know what I mean? But very rarely do I find 0 things, and I found 0 things. So there were a couple things that I kind of liked, but they were just a few dollars, and I don't know. Like I said, I'm weird sometimes, and I just don't want to take the time to check out for a couple dollars. So when I was there, Sheila was telling me about another girl that I pick off of. She's opening a store, which I already knew that. And she doesn't post on her Facebook page very regularly. So I went there. It doesn't even say that she's open, but Sheila said she is open. So I headed the direction to her shop. Sheila calls me, "Hey, Brooke, she's not there. She doesn't have a ride. Her car's broke down, blah, 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 blah." Which, this person, I love her to death. She has great stuff. She's definitely not my personality. She's more like chill and go with the flow. And I've told her this before. She's not so high strung like me. But that's going to be the downside of her store, because she's kind of scatterbrained all over the place. And so I can see her having regular hours and then not being open because life happens, and she's just not going to be open. So I don't think we're going to get to go visit her today, but I was already halfway over here. And so I was just like, well, there are 2 thrift stores really close here. One of them I like better than the other. Again, came out empty-handed. I have a Jimmy John's gift certificate, which I am in debate of using today because I'm currently hungry and we're about a half a mile from Jimmy John's. But I'm also trying to be good and get my weight back in check after Christmas, vacay, all the things. So not sure what I'm going to do there. So instead of going to the other thrift store, which is normally overpriced, I very rarely buy anything. We are going to drive a little bit farther west and go to Overz. Now, Overz is a consignment shop. So some things are really affordable and some things are full retail price. So if I'm buying something for my house, I don't care if it's full retail price. If I am buying something to resell, obviously I need to have a profit margin on it. So we're just going to go see what they have because it's been a hot minute since I've been there, and it's raining, which this is the second time that it's rained all day long this week. And we're supposed to have a tennis meet tonight. I'm guessing that is going to get canceled. Oh my God, I walk into Overz and this couch futon is here. I mean, I know it's newer, but it is absolutely the perfect color green. Something like this would be cute as a riser on my kitchen island, but I'm not sure I like the epoxy. I don't like all the shiny. This music cabinet is so unique. I've never seen one with trays or dividers like this inside that hinge out, even though this one is a little damaged. If you've been around for very long, you know I have a thing for mirrors and I love the wood color. Don't know if it would really fit anywhere in my house, but love it. Wow. Let's just say, wow. Do-Overs had some amazing pieces today. Priced amazingly, but warranted prices. Just, I don't know, they had really good stuff. Really good consigners this month. I'm excited to show you what I got this week thrifting. So I didn't go to a whole lot of places because I kind of rerouted to go see the new shop and then she wasn't open. And so by that point, driving around, I was just like, done. I had things I could do at home. And just a reminder that the items I'm showing are for sale. So if you would like to purchase them, all you have to do is just comment below, or you can shoot me a message on Facebook or Instagram at the Junk Parlor. I love horse and equestrian things. So when I found this hat, I just had to have it. It is newer, and I can just tell that from the leather, but I don't know what it looks like on camera, but it almost looks like a deep purple color. And I think this hanging on a peg rack, even in my laundry room on a hook, I just think it would look super sharp. This one says Pony Club approved helmet, Equistar. And so you can see on the inside, it's nice. And for me, I just broke that. Jesus. So now this is broken right here. So obviously if someone had fallen off a horse, this helmet wasn't going to do very much for them. But I would just tuck the leather up underneath and set it on something or hang it on a hook. But this hat, even with the broken bill, since Brooke just broke it, is $20. I mentioned that I'm always on the hunt for copper. So this little piece is like copper covered because it is silver on the inside. And I didn't find any maker's mark on it, but I just love little dishes to set on top of books or to put in a little vignette. And this is a great size and the perfect color. Our little copper piece is 18. At first, I wasn't sure if these morel mushrooms were old or new, but talking with some other dealers that were at the shop, we agreed that these were like homemade. Grandpa did these. They do, most of them, I think, have some kind of split wood on the stem. Maybe just those two have a little bit, which doesn't bother me at all. I love the look. Mushrooms are popular. I tried to pick a grouping of 3 that I thought would look good together, and our mushroom set of 3 is 30. Now, all the things that I'm showing you here in the beginning, I got from Thrifty Flea Market. I put where I shop each week down in the description. So if you're local to the Des Moines area and you like the things that I pick up, then you can go and shop those places as well. This is a magnifying glass that does need cleaned. And I did rework it a little bit to get it into this position. I think this will look great on my built-ins, on a book, at least until somebody buys it. I've talked many times about it's good to collect things and get things. I obviously need people to do that in order to make a living because I resell my finds. But it's also important to donate things. So, you know, your style changes, you want to switch something up. Try and get rid of those pieces instead of just holding on to them, or even just like clean out your junk drawer, clean out your closet, not even like clean out your antiques and vintage, just clean out the rest of that junk. So I took a haul, just a few Walmart bags to the thrift store to get rid of. I needed to get my truck cleaned out for the boys who are traveling this weekend. And obviously, you're going to stop and donate, so you go pop in. And I'm going to tell you, it was probably one of the best trips to Salvation Army here in Ankeny that I've had in a long time. They had carts and carts and carts full of things that they had priced but hadn't like put out on the shelf. And that's where I had my luck. There was another lady there. She had to be doing the same thing because she picked up a little table that I had kind of studied and looked at, but then I'm like, no, I don't need it. It's not something that I would ship, blah, blah, blah. So I left it. And then I was looking through some paintings, and I'll show a picture here of the painting that I was tempted to get. It's not my color, and so I just kind of talked myself out of it because it wasn't something that I would put in my own home just because it had oranges in it. And I set it down and she snatched it right up. So anyway, because we had similar taste, I'm just assuming she's buying to sell as well. I have been trying to find some picnic baskets for my mudroom. So I borrowed one from my girlfriend Hillary. I borrowed another one from my mom. And I was just kind of seeing, do I like them? What size do I want to get? And I just haven't found any. I mean, everyone that I found is like $30 or $40, and I just don't want to invest that. I knew that if I just held out, it's not like a picnic basket is super strange or unusual. So I knew if I held out, I would eventually find one. And I did find one in one of the carts. So I was super excited. It's one of those feelings where you're like, I don't want to sprint over to it, but I want to sprint over to it. Also, digging through the cart, I found this brass wall-mounted entryway or coat hanger or tie hanger or hat hanger, whatever kind of hanger you want it to be. But I love it. It's brass. It has some good rings here, so it would be super easy to hang up. And it just was screaming my name, obviously. So this hook wall mount piece is $40, and it does have all of the little end knobs on it. I know sometimes those will pop off. So not only did I get the picnic basket, but it was taped shut, which I'm like, why is it taped shut? That's kind of weird. Well, it's taped shut because it had stuff in it. So I got a couple little plastic plates here, which I'm not interested in. I will probably see if my sister wants them because she's coming this weekend, or they're just gonna go in the donate pile. But a cute little stitched Thursday tea towel, and I love, love, love the stripes. Now, tell me down in the comments, does this look finished to you? Like, I don't even know. That's almost like a scarf, and I'm not sure, a hat maybe? And then like a partial dress, and those are her feet. I don't know, I'm just very confused. I feel like this is incomplete. But we have $15 on the tea towel. And yes, I'm gonna say it was a beginner, because if you've done much hand stitching, then this is a jumbled mess. When you have somebody who's really good at it, your stitches look just as pretty on the back as they do on the front. So maybe not the case, but you could still fold this. And if you didn't want the Thursday showing, you could fold it and have the plain side, you know, peeking out of a basket or hanging on a towel bar or something that maybe is more decorative and less for use. This is the picnic basket. It's the perfect color. It's the perfect size. I absolutely love it. And in the inside is a little bit of a bonus because it has a little tray insert. So I talk a lot of times about maybe
separating pieces out so that you get double use. So I can just set this with the lid closed in my locker cubbies, and then I can put this somewhere else. And so I'm getting double the use out of something. So I'm super excited about that. I also picked up this little mirror. It's got like mildew on the back, but that doesn't bother me. It does have a little hanger here, which is nice. I could really just rip off this cardboard and I think it would be much better. But I'm just gonna show you here. It is a wood frame, but this is just a round mirror. I'm probably gonna keep this one because I'll ship breakable things and that doesn't really bother me, but something about shipping a mirror just puts it into a different level. And this is a very lightweight one, so I feel like it's a little bit newer, but the old ones have a lot of weight to them. But one place that when we first moved in, you know how they have the big round mirrors and they're super popular? Well, I can't remember what they were because it's been a year and a half now, but I want to say they were like $200 to get like a 36-inch diameter mirror, which is what I wanted. I was really thinking I would do like 3 round mirrors here before I hung up these wooden pieces. But then when I saw the price, I'm like, oh, I don't know, because what if I put it up there and I don't even like it? And this wall, you have the little coat closet, and then on the other side, which our whole house is open, is my antique mirror collection. And so I just was like, newer round mirrors here, old antique arched mirrors on the other side. I just think maybe that's too many mirrors close to each other on all of the, what would that even be? East side wall in our house. So I switch that game plan. This mirror, I could put it in Cash's bathroom, I could put it in my bathroom, I could put it in our bedroom, I could layer it on the built-ins, leave it flat and put it in the centerpiece of our table or on the island. So it's not like it's not gonna get used somewhere. Well guys, thanks so much for watching today's video. Please, if you're not already a subscriber, click that subscribe button. You can ring the bell. I do try and put videos out every Tuesday and Thursday. So I will see you next time.